The moment all that is places its awareness on what it desires, it's done instantly. What's up, y'all? It's Evan. I'm back with another video. In this video, it's gonna change everything about manifestation. You hear all the time, repeat the affirmations, repeat this, repeat that. You need to decide, you need to choose, you need to do the blah, blah, blah. Y'all, it was a realization I had, and I've just been manifesting effortlessly from this state. And it's just reminding yourself that you are God. What happens when you begin to remind yourself who you are? You reach a point where you manifest this inner realization inside of you. Like, realizations are really manifestations of understanding, if that makes sense. Once you get that deeper level of understanding, it's no longer just you saying I am God, or you saying I have this or I have that. It's like, wait, I actually do. Wait, I actually don't have to look outside of me to prove anything to myself. Wait, I'm actually changing my reality right before my eyes. You know, that manifestation of realization, that understanding that you get inside of yourself, once you repeat that, well, hold on, I really am God, and then it clicks that one time, you begin to connect the dots. You begin to see yourself manifesting in real time, see things change in real time, see how you're creating your reality. And once you get that realization, after deciding that you are all that is, that you are source, that you are God, yo, you don't need to do a technique anymore. You don't need to do any techniques. You're not trying to constantly remind yourself, hey, I have this. Hey, I'm in this reality. I'm doing that. I'm here. I'm there. I'm there. Because those are all techniques. All that is doesn't need to worry about that. The moment all that is places its awareness on what it desires, it's done instantly. A lot of us got into manifestation and immediately went down the rabbit hole of subconscious mind, and you have to impress something, and you have to go through this step and that step and that step just to get what you want. But truthfully, it's not like that. It is not like that. All you have to do is remember who you are, recognize yourself to be God, to be all that is, to be source. And it's from that place that everything comes from. You don't have to do a damn thing. You don't have to do a damn thing. Like, just knowing who you are is enough to bring the opportunities in. Just knowing who you are is enough to make that move, to change all your actions, to give you the inspiration, to make things magically move in your reality, to manifest miracles. Because if you understood that you hold the power, that means your desire will manifest regardless, because you are God. You are God, and everything in your reality is God. So if I know that's what I desire, that is literally connected to me. That outcome is connected to me. That possibility is connected to me, and it has to merge with my current reality right now. This is so powerful. This is so powerful, y'all. This goes beyond techniques. We're dropping all of that stuff. We're letting all of it go. They're so powerful. The techniques are powerful, but only because you are God. That's it. But if you can understand that and just focus on that level of like self-concept, if you will, just I am God, making sure you remind yourself I am God, I am source, I am all that is, you'll begin to realize that I am above all of this. I'm above all of it. I'm literally above all of it. Not in an egotistical sense, but your ego needs to be big anyway. You need to have the biggest ego, okay? But not in like in the 3D, I'm saying internally, all right? But when I say not in an egotistical sense, I'm saying you're above everything in your reality, because your mind is creating everything. So once you let go and you just decide I am God, I am source, things just start to manifest. Things literally just start to manifest. There are no steps. There are no extra steps. All you have to do is recognize yourself to be exactly who you want to be. Who you are, exactly who you were when you first came here, before you were conditioned to believe that you weren't God. Remind yourself that you are God, and everything has no choice but to change. Just think about that. Think about that. God does not have to go through any of this stuff. God does not have to go through steps and processes to get what God wants, because all God has to do is decide. The moment God sees something and says, you know, feels that inkling of a feeling that this is meant for me, it has no choice but to manifest. It has no choice but to manifest. Why? Because I am God. I am that. I'm literally that. I am all that is. I'm connected to that. I literally have to experience it. The moment I felt that, that was me attaching myself, bringing myself to that reality. manifesting that reality for me. Okay, so I just want y'all to try that. Start reminding yourself who you are. Start placing yourself back into that place of power, of source energy. And even if you want to still affirm, just do whatever you can to boost that self-concept and remind yourself that you are God, because that is literally, that changes everything. That is the base that changes all of your reality. Okay? And I wrote this down because this goes into like the realization, manifestation thing that I was talking about. Remembering who you are is the key. Then you manifest the understanding. You remember by reminding yourself. You remember by continuously placing yourself in that state of being, changing your identity, changing what you experience internally. You have no choice but to experience the understanding expressed in the form of that internal realization. So the moment you keep reminding yourself exactly who you are, because you were reminded multiple times who you were not, and then you start manifesting who you were not, then that's when you start to see stuff coming in. That's when you start to see the big changes and things happening effortlessly. Like, I didn't have to do anything, like people affirm so much, and then you see a success story, they just started affirming, I'm source, and then they had that realization and they just let go of everything, and boom, it came in. Why did it happen the moment they let go? Because they were still and they realized that they were God. Be still and know that I am God. If you can remember that you are God and that your internal reality is creating the external, that you are literally this cause of all things, all right? It's all coming from you, and all of you is your reality. It's all you. Then you can let go. You can let go and allow everything that needs to happen, okay? So remember that you are God, okay? But stepping into that is what's going to help you to effortlessly create, to let go, to not be stressed out, to experience what you want to experience without all of the, BS worrying about, is this technique right, or am I doing this right, or am I in a state of wish fulfilled, or birds before land. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff, okay? But I still like to break that down for, the people, because it works. It still works. Just knowing that you are the source of that, though, you are the only reason it works, though, is the most important thing, because you are source. All right. Thank y'all so much for tuning into this video. I really hope y'all enjoyed this. I trust that y'all know exactly where I'm coming from with this, and this is helping y'all manifest everything. And I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace out.